The average American overpays $4,000 at a car dealership, not because they are dumb, because they do not know the playbook. Dealers have a system, a series of moves, rehearsed and perfected over decades, designed to extract every last dollar from your wallet before you even realize what happened. And in 2026, these tactics have gotten worse, more sophisticated, more aggressive. I am going to walk you through exactly what to watch for, word by word, move by move. When you hear any of these, you get up, you shake their hand, and you walk straight out the door. Let's go from annoying to absolutely criminal. Number 15. This price is only good today. The oldest trick in the book, and dealers still use it because it works. The moment a salesperson says the deal expires, the second you walk out, that is not urgency. That is a pressure tactic. Real deals do not evaporate in 24 hours. Cars do not disappear overnight. In 2026, with inventory back to near normal levels at most dealerships, that line is almost always a bluff. A study by the Consumer Federation of America found that shoppers who walked away and came back within a week got the same deal or better over 70% of the time. So when they tell you, tonight is your only shot, smile, stand up, and let them chase you, because they will. Number 14. They won't tell you the out-the-door price. You asked what the SUV costs. They told you $589 a month. That's not an answer. That's misdirection. Monthly payments hide everything, including the interest rate, the loan length, add-ons buried in the contract, and extended warranties you never asked for. A dealer can make a $55,000 SUV feel affordable at $589 a month by stretching your loan to 84 months and loading the back end with $6,000 in extras you didn't notice. Always demand the out-the-door price in writing before any conversation about financing. If they won't give it to you clearly, that's your sign. Get up and go. Number 13, the four-square method. If you have never heard of this, pay close attention. A four-square is a worksheet dealers use to negotiate on four numbers at the same time: vehicle price, trade-in value, monthly payment, and down payment. Sounds organized, right? Wrong. It is designed so they can give you a win in one box while quietly costing you in another. They drop your monthly payment by $30. You feel great. Meanwhile, they slash your trade-in value by $3,000 and extend your loan by 1 year. Dealerships have used this for decades because it works. The moment you see that four-square sheet hit the table, tell them you are negotiating the selling price of the vehicle first, nothing else. If they will not work that way, walk. Number 12. We already ordered the accessories. They are non-negotiable. You walk in to look at a 2026 Chevy Traverse. The window sticker shows a $2,200 dealer-installed accessories package. Paint sealant, floor mats with the dealer logo, a cargo net, a USB charger, parts that cost maybe $180, marked up to $2,200. When you ask to remove them, the reply is, "Sorry, already installed. We cannot take them off. This is pure margin padding." In some states, tacking on mandatory dealer accessories is an unfair trade practice, but dealers do it constantly because most buyers just sigh and pay. Document every add-on, demand itemization, and negotiate the total price down to compensate. Or walk away and find another dealer with a clean sticker. Number 11. The market adjustment. 2 years ago, dealers were adding $10,000 to $20,000 in market adjustments on top of the manufacturer's suggested retail price because inventory was tight and buyers were desperate. In 2026, inventories have recovered, But some dealers are still trying to pull this. A market adjustment is exactly what it sounds like. They are charging you more than the manufacturer intended simply because they can. One F-150 buyer in Texas documented a $9,500 market adjustment on a truck sitting on the lot for 63 days. There is no market demand justifying that markup. It is fiction. If you see a market adjustment on the sticker, the counteroffer is zero. Tell them you will pay the manufacturer's suggested retail price. If they will not budge, walk to their competitor and buy the same vehicle without the made-up surcharge. Here is how it works. You tell the finance manager your comfortable payment is $600 a month. He comes back and says, "Great news, I got you at $624. You think you are close enough and agree." What he actually did was add $800 worth of an extended warranty into the loan, which you did not discuss, and which is now invisible inside that $624 payment. This is called payment packing, and it is illegal in several states. But it keeps happening. A 2024 investigation by the California Department of Financial Protection found payment packing as a common complaint in auto lending, with consumers unknowingly financing thousands in add-on products they never agreed to verbally. Read every single line of that finance contract before you sign. Every single line. Number 9, yo-yo financing. You buy the SUV, you drive it home, you show your family. Maybe you have had it a week. Then the dealer calls and says your financing fell through and you need to come back in and sign new paperwork at a higher interest rate. This is called yo-yo financing, spot delivery fraud, or conditional delivery. The dealer lets you take the car before financing is actually finalized, betting you will be too emotionally attached to walk away from a worse deal. The Federal Trade Commission has pursued dealers over this practice for years. Your protection is simple. Never take delivery of a vehicle until financing is 100% finalized and confirmed in writing. If they call you back in to re-sign, you have the legal right to return the car and get your trade-in back. Know that going in. Number 8, VIN etching. Every dealer in America will try to sell you VIN etching. The idea is they scratch your vehicle's VIN number into all the windows, so if someone steals your car, it is easier to recover. You know what dealers charge for this? Anywhere from $200 to $500. You know what a VIN etching kit costs on Amazon that you can do yourself in 20 minutes? $25. The whole product is a $25 item with a massive markup of 1,500%. And because it is buried in paperwork with your financing documents, most buyers pay it without even realizing. If they will not remove it, that $400 should come directly off the selling price. Non-negotiable. Before we get to the worst ones, hit that like button if this is already making you angry, because it gets so much worse from here. You fill out the financing application. You assume they will shop it to a few lenders to get you the best rate. What actually happens? Some dealers send your application to 8, 10, or 12 lenders at the same time. Every hard inquiry knocks your credit score down a few points. Do this enough times, and your score can drop 20 to 30 points in a single afternoon. And here is the real problem. A lower credit score can mean a higher interest rate, which means a higher monthly payment, which means more money for the dealer. If you are going to finance through the dealer, explicitly tell them you authorize them to send your application to a maximum of 3 lenders. Get that in writing. Better yet, walk in with your own pre-approved financing from a credit union or bank. It completely changes the dynamic. You bought that 2023 Kia Telluride for $48,000. You have kept it clean and maintained it perfectly, 28,000 miles. You go to the CarMax website, They offer you $32,500 immediately. You go to the dealer. They offer $27,000. When you push back, they say they have to account for reconditioning costs, market softness, and their lot fee. All invented justifications for a number designed to make them $5,500 on your trade-in. Always get at least 3 written offers before you walk into a negotiation. CarMax, Carvana, and your local credit union are all options. Walk into the dealer with a competing written offer, and suddenly their appraisal gets more generous. If the gap is still too wide, sell your trade privately. You will almost always come out ahead. Number 5. The finance office product avalanche. You survived the salesperson. You think you're done. Then they walk you into the finance office and introduce you to someone who is often paid entirely on commission from the products they sell you in the next 45 minutes. Extended warranty, gap insurance, tire and wheel protection, paint protection, interior protection, key replacement, dent and ding coverage, prepaid maintenance. One buyer in Florida documented being offered 11 separate add-on products in a single finance office visit. 11. Combined, they totaled $9,400 in products added to her loan. She did not notice until she got home and read the contract. Here's the rule. Decide before you go in exactly what you will consider. Gap insurance on a new car with less than 20% down can be legitimate. Everything else should be negotiated heavily or declined entirely. Anything they offer in the finance office, you can almost always buy cheaper elsewhere. Number 4. Fake fees with official sounding names. Documentation fee, dealer prep fee, dealer conveyance fee, advertising fee, acquisition fee, floor plan fee. Some of these are legitimate. Many are invented. Documentation fees are real, but they range from $85 to $799 depending on the dealer. Some states cap them by law, others do not. In New York, dealers are limited in what they can charge. In Florida, the sky is the limit. A 2023 study by Edmunds found that dealer fees add an average of $1,000 to $2,000 to the final transaction price, and that number is growing. Ask for a complete fee breakdown before you start negotiating the car price. A legitimate dealer will explain every fee clearly. A dishonest one will get uncomfortable and start using the word mandatory a lot. Nothing is mandatory except state taxes and legitimate government fees. Number 3. The bait and switch ad. You saw the deal online, a 2026 Ford Explorer priced at $34,999. Limited time, call now. You call, you drive 40 minutes to the dealership. When you get there, that Explorer is suddenly sold this morning. Or it exists, but is missing half the features you wanted. Or it is a stripped base model that was brought to the lot specifically to advertise a price. The FTC has taken action against dealers who run misleading vehicle ads, but the practice persists at scale. Before you drive anywhere, call and confirm the specific stock number of the vehicle is on the lot and available. Get the salesperson's name and get their cell number. If the car is gone when you arrive, they wasted your time with an illegal bait and switch. Leave immediately and then report them to your state attorney general's office. That is not an overreaction. That is your right. Number 2, the dealer-forced financing trap. You walk in with your own financing, pre-approved at 5.9% through your credit union. The dealer says, "Let us see if we can beat it." They come back and say they got you 5.4%. Better rate, smart move to let them try. But here is what they do not tell you. The manufacturer or their lending partner gave them a rate of 4.8%. The dealer marked it up to 5.4%. That is called dealer reserve, and it is completely legal. It is how dealers earn sometimes $2,000 to $3,000 in hidden profit on the financing alone, with zero disclosure to you. A 2022 Consumer Financial Protection Bureau report noted that dealer interest rate markups cost consumers hundreds of millions annually. Your protection is to negotiate the car price completely first, separately from financing. Then, if they beat your rate, confirm they are showing you the buy rate, not a marked up rate, and read the contract number yourself. Number 1. Signing anything before you've read it. This is the biggest mistake car buyers make. The finance manager is friendly, cracking jokes, pointing to where you sign, explaining nothing. It's been 2 hours, you're tired, your kid is hungry, you just want to go home with the car, and so you sign. 3 weeks later, you realize you're paying for a $3,500 extended warranty you don't remember agreeing to, or gap insurance at twice the rate your own insurer charges, or your interest rate is 9.4% when your credit score qualified you for 6.2%. One buyer in Ohio signed a contract with a loan term of 96 months on a $46,000 SUV. By the time that loan was paid off, he would have paid over $71,000 for a vehicle that would be worth maybe $8,000. He signed it because he didn't read it and nobody explained it. Federal law requires dealers to give you a copy of every document you sign. You have the right to take those documents, sit in your car, and read them before the transaction is complete. Exercise that right every single time. If the finance manager acts annoyed or pressures you to hurry up, that's exactly when you need to slow down. Here's the bottom line. Dealers are not your friends, but they are not your enemies either. They are running a business, and you are entitled to make sure that business does not come at your expense. Know the tactics. Name them when you see them. Stay calm, and never be afraid to walk away, because the second you stop being afraid to leave, you become the most powerful person in that building. If this video just saved you thousands of dollars, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this. Subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.